taking them in time. We don't talk about. I should have. What's the word, y'all? What's the word? One person. We're gonna wait till it full up. From who case? Everybody case. Duck case, O Block case. Everybody case. It's getting wicked out here. Your favorite bloggers out here talking, yapping their mouth, paid informants. It's everything going on. It's everything going on. It's too matter of fact, it's too much going on. We're gonna wait till it load up. We're gonna talk about it. Shout out where y'all from in the meantime. Where y'all from? Where y'all from? What's the word? Where y'all from? Talk. What's the word? It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. I wonder if I put this right here. Let me see. See how it goes right there. It should be better. I don't know it all, but I'm here now. Self-made. Appreciate you for pulling up. That's a fact. I think the whole old block was pretty much. Hey, you never know. That whole old block. I mean, it's so much going on in that case right now. They pulling stuff from the early 2000s, and this is why I say stop putting things on social media all the time. Don't put them in those songs. Don't put them in those social media posts. Don't put them on live, YouTube, none of that. They watching. And you know what's crazy? Everybody find out when it's too late. Next thing you know, you hear your favorite blogger and your favorite artist or drill rapper name is in paperwork. It's getting crazy. Derek snitching. Wouldn't be surprised. That whole situation with him, Hella Bands, King Von, and Bezu, that's just weird. If y'all peep, the whole case just switched, right? In the beginning, it was pretty much focused on Dirk. They had hardcore evidence on Dirk. They had surveillance. Everything was Dirk, Dirk, Dirk. Out of nowhere, the case dropped due to the prosecutor's discretion. That's crazy. With all that evidence, due to the prosecutor's discretion, they just threw it out. Surveillance, the whole 9 yards. They just threw it all out for what? It's crazy. But a lot going on in Chicago right now. So that's why you see everybody, they want to be civilians now. Everybody want to make peace. So type of things going on. One thing that always blew me was how dudes from Chicago talk about murders and details on Twitter never got booked. It's not that they never got booked. Well, they didn't. Like, some of them never got booked for it. But everything you see unfolding right now is why. Because all that becomes evidence. When you seen that they bust King Von or whatever the case may be, and they say he did this, he did X, Y, and Z, and then you see that they pulled up receipts from Twitter from back in 2011 and 2012. That's what they do. They don't come right away. They build up, and this is what people don't understand. You think you're getting away with it. In some cases, you are for now. But in the meantime, all they doing is building up, building the case, building the case. And the more you say, the more they building. That's it. That's the crazy part. You wonder why, and then you wonder why dudes getting caught with guns, switches, and you wonder why they not going to jails, because a lot of them offering information. They coming out like this. They ain't paying 100,000 or whatever for lawyers. They talking. Why wait a decade? Because sometimes it's better to wait. At least I know that's how the feds work. The feds, they let me tell you. Hey, exactly. Brandon Ely, shout out to you. You just took the words right out of my mouth. Pause. Feds give time because they got time. That's a fact. Look at the Young Thug case. The whole YSL, they talking about stuff all the way from what? 2011, 2008, or whatever the case. All I'm saying is they wait, and they wait patiently. The feds got nothing but time. And you know why? Because they building, right? They constructing their case. The feds is different. They're not the state. When the feds come, they come with time. They're not coming to debate with you. They're not coming so you can argue a case. None of that. They coming to say, yo, listen, this is what it is. We got 15 years for you, take it or leave it. Oh, you want to fight? No problem. We got a whole more evidence for you that you don't even know about that they're going to introduce when you go to trial. And then once you go to trial and they bring out that head crack, you know, the big evidence, guess what? There's no coming back from it. It's too late. You're already in trial. So now that 10 years that they came with turned into 30. That's how they play. That's how the feds play. Most murders are state though. No, that's a fact. I'm just saying when they wait and them feds pick it up, or when you hear Rico or whatever the case may be, when they come in the long haul and it's the feds, it's because they come and they know what they got you for. They know. Look at the King Von situation, right? And I keep going to him because that's the most notable that's going around, or whatever the case may be right now. Yeah, it was state, but with the whole Rico indictment and everything going on with O Block, most, I guess they blamed it on him, or maybe he did commit it. Who knows? But all that information came out. It's not like they didn't know what was going on. They came with Twitter receipts. They came with, I don't know. I think personally somebody talking, because they came too vivid. They came too precise. They knew exactly, oh, he went with this person. It was three of them. They was on a corner, then the victim ran here, and then, it's too much. And then if you pay attention, the same stories or the same words y'all hearing in them documents, just go back to these interviews that some of these bloggers and some of these artists be doing. And if you listen to the stories that they telling you, look at that paperwork and you hear the same thing. See what I'm saying? It's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. I'm telling you. And the fact that everything coming out now, you can't hide no more. They trying to hide so bad. All of a sudden, everybody want to be civilians now. Everybody want to expose themselves. Everybody want to be peaceful. Come on, man. Knock it off. And we're going to get into all that today, too, because I hear a lot of people, I see the comments and the videos we do. Oh, Hookah, you instigating? Oh, you just want to see a war, and knock it off. Knock it off. From the beginning of time, when we started the channel, 2019? 2019. We've been preaching, yo, get some money. All that killing stuff is weird. All that this is not 2012. So I'm the last person you want to come to when you say Hookah, oh, you just instigating war. That's, knock it off. It's just that it's a trend now. For all this peace stuff, it's a trend. So everybody following the bandwagon. I knew when they was putting more bodies on King Von and 13 building and kids around King Von. Yeah. And like I said, in the streets it's different. You got some people that say, yo, well, King Von dead, right? So put it on him. That's the logical thing to do. But then you got some other people that like, I don't know. Me, I'm on the fence about it because I know firsthand being in the street, and that happens, you like, well, it's a no-brainer if you in that situation. But on the flip side of it, it's like, damn, that's messed up. It's messed up. It's like you a punching bag for cases, and they just throwing them all on you, And now the family got to sit there and hear that their loved one was a serial this or a menace to society, and it really ain't true. I mean, not saying that X, Y, and Z didn't do X, Y, and Z, but everything, and come on, these people still grieving. They still feel it. It's messed up. High profile, speaking of all of the spoke on T-Roy buku times. Yeah. You know what it is, though? The T-Roy situation is not going to get, like, he been deceased for a long time. So you got to think about it. Even if they do pull out any evidence or anything against T-Roy, it's going to be like, for what? You know, they're not really concerned about him. They're concerned about the high-profile guys. They can't catch T-Roy. You see what I'm saying? Like, they more concerned with who's here or who was previously here or... Yo, like I said, them feds, they work crazy. They can have years on top of years on top of year-long investigations, and you would never know. They would have people They literally look at the dang, what's that guy's name? The guy that back in the days he infiltrated the Black Panthers. Look how he did it, and nobody ever knew. He was paid to go in there and infiltrate and invade. He looked the part, dressed the part, talked the part, everything. That's what the feds do. That's what the CIA do. Matter of fact, that's the next level. The CIA, that's what they do. They come, they infiltrate, they figure it out, they dismantle everything. They find out the slang, your dog's name, your pet fish name, everything. Come on, man. Imagine the feds got a file on everyone, every organization, cleaning out. You man, yeah. Let me tell you, if you think that they don't, you crazy. If you think that they don't, if you making enough noise, I'm not talking about your little rinky dink little, oh, this kid just started a gang the other day with 3 letters, AMC and BCA. No. It come to GD, BD, or any OTA, any of these where you got enough influence or anywhere you making a name or where it's known and you making noise, just you best believe they got a profile on you. It's just up to their discretion on when they're gonna pull it or if it's worth pulling. We live in a surveillance state. That's another thing. I've said that in previous videos before. You go to New York. Go to New York. See how, let me, and it kills me how these guys even talk about drilling now, right? Back in the 80s in New York, the 80s and 90s, you did something then, you know, it was a possibility of you getting away. Now, that's why I can't respect some of these little young drill rappers that talk about spinning blocks. And don't get me wrong, things do happen in New York. You know, a lot go down. A lot of people go missing. However, a lot of people get caught. It's surveillance everywhere. You got shot spotters. You got a camera here, the speed camera, the red light camera, the bus lane camera, the this camera. You can't. You got the cameras on the stores. So if you do anything out there, I mean, you bold. You real bold, man. If I was my son, I hate let him get him out of here like that. To be honest with you, in those situations, it's not much you can do. When them higher ups conspiring against you, but you know, it is what it is. It was precise because they was playing Puppet Master and do the whole time. Yeah. Kobe could no more worry about Chicago at that time. Now it's coming back to about mainstream avenue. And that's another thing too. A lot of them done blew up. Like you gotta remember, some of them people that was, you know, just low level rappers and whatever. Now you got some of them that's actually making money, that's actually being a threat, that actually has some type of influence. That's who they come after. The people with the influence. If you just some low level rapper or whatever, you ain't really making no noise, they don't really care about you because they know that you ain't doing nothing. But once you actually have some type of influence over a certain crowd of people, an audience, and you know you out here really doing stuff, and yeah, you talking about it loosely. You know, you pretty much making a mockery out of them. You forcing their hand to actually investigate you. That's when they come. So when these dudes get on social media and tell you they showing guns and they doing X, Y, and Z, you taunting them. You telling them, look, come get me. You doing videos, you got them military style weapons in there, you telling them come and get me because this is what I'm doing. Butter been talking, but he got help too. I bet. Yeah, see, with the Butter situation, I didn't want to believe it. You know, Butter, I ain't gonna say I conversed with him because, you know, it was little back and forth messages, nothing ever crazy. But he always was like a genuine dude to me. But it looked like he was in that paperwork too. Not look, he was in that paperwork too. And it's crazy because we've seen him prior before, you know, with people saying that he told, see him crying in the precinct and X, Y, and Z. It was just never like solidified. It was always he say, here say, she say, whatever. But now look. You always said that, especially covering our city. That's a fact. This is why I don't understand it. Who could you instigating? How? Instigating? I'm the last person you want to say instigate. I want to see everybody prosper. And you know why? And the reason why I say that is because, like I always said, back when we was young, you see these dudes out of Chicago, you like, it was entertaining to see a 14, 15-year-old with crazy big weapons and talking about doing, you like, wow. But the reality of it is, a lot of them guys, they didn't even make it out their city. You see what I'm saying? When you really sit back and think, first of all, life is too short for one. But then two, you got some dudes that never even been out of their city. And I always say, take one of these young kids, man. You take them to Miami or something. Take them somewhere nice. Let them see nice women. Let them see different type of food. Give them an opportunity. I bet you their perspective would change because they're surrounded, right? You know that whole thing when people say, "Oh, I'm a product of my environment." It's true because if you grow up in a place where being tough and catching bodies or whatever is cool, that's what you're gonna do because that's what's cool to the people around you. Now, if you grow up in a space where getting money, getting fly, getting cars, getting women is cool to do, that's what you're gonna do. But how are you ever exposed to that when your society or your surroundings, your economy is just based off who's more tough because who got more bodies or who got the biggest weapon? You see what I'm saying? So we got to change it. And I've been saying that. That's why I'm sitting back here laughing at all these peace treaties. Oh, we need peace. Y'all got to remember, right? And I was telling this to somebody today. A lot of people just do what's beneficial to them. Right? A lot of these dudes, like perfect example, when drill was marketable, everybody was doing it, right? When spinning blocks, shooting, and X, Y, and Z, when it was cool, everybody was doing it. When you was making money, everybody was a drill rapper. But now, right now, pushing peace is what's marketable. So guess what? Everybody's doing it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's doing it. When the drill was marketable, everybody did it. Pushing peace is marketable, everybody want to do it. So when y'all see me making videos talking about is it real or is it genuine, that's what I mean. If you really pushing peace, I'm with you. Go to my old videos. We've been talking that. If you've been on this live before, we've been talking about that. We've been ignoring bloggers that try to come at us because we're not with that. That's not what our platform is built on. Go somewhere else and try to make a name of yourself so you could generate views and subscribers because we know that drama sells. We know that controversy is what gets the views and all that. We don't do that. We don't need to do that. We vibe. We chill. From day one, I said that. From day one when I went live, I said that. Because our profile guys have money and power. Exactly, Jasmine. Used to keep the lowest profile. That's another thing. Where I'm from, if you was really getting busy, nobody knew that. The only people that would know that is the victims. You see what I'm saying? The victims. The dudes that got something done to them or people that's actually in the street. If you was getting money in the street, you knew everybody that was actually out here taking stuff. You knew everybody that was out here really putting stuff down because you had to be on point. 9 times out of 10, the civilians didn't know that. Cold-blooded killer, right? Will go to Miss Ella's house and she'll call him the sweetest man on earth. Whole time he catching bodies left and right, but she didn't know that. The community didn't know that. Nowadays, you got these young boys. They want you to know that they putting stuff down. They want you to know they committing crimes. It's different. It's backwards. But I really think that's the programming of society. They purposely did that. They purposely program people to tell on themselves. They purposely program artists to go in interviews and indict themselves. How many people have been indicted off Vlad? And then will sit there and tell you that you talking too much or you saying too much. We wouldn't know about them crimes if you ain't say it on interviews. We ain't making these stories up. I ain't get on here and start reporting about a crime that you didn't do. But I'm talking about what you said on your live. I'm talking about what you said in your Instagram story. I'm talking about what you posted on your Instagram. Come on, man. Dirk ain't safe as he think. I've heard something about him too, by the way, but I ain't gonna put the rumor out there just yet. I ain't gonna say just yet. I'm just not gonna put it out there, period. You know, until it look like something is alluding to it that I can actually see. But we'll talk about it. Show them something else. It's a big world out there. That's a fact. It's a beautiful world out there. You got some of these kids dying at 14, 15, 16. Yo, you know how much of these drill rappers I see now, right, when they be doing interviews or whatever? And I be forgetting that a lot of these guys be young. They want to act so old. They be like, yo, they be like, how old you are? Oh, 25th birthday coming up. Damn, 25? You look about 40. You look about 40. It's crazy. You look about 40, you act about 50. That's because all that weird stuff is catching up to you. All them pills, all them lean, all that weird stuff that you program, man, is weird. Get money. Move your family out the hood. Go see new things. These guys don't be having no ambition to do anything. Some of these drill rappers better thank God for YouTube. YouTube saved their lives. Why do you think most of these guys are bloggers now? They went from calling all the bloggers police to them same people becoming bloggers. So what does that make them? It's crazy, and it's worse for them because that's the part that kills me too. Let's talk about this, right? They'll sit there and call bloggers police, but these are the guys who was actually there when these things was happening, and they telling you the stories, and then wonder why they get indicted, and then want to point the finger and say somebody's snitching. We live in a backwards world, man. We live in a backwards world. It's worse for these guys. These guys was actually there. They was actually at these crime scenes. These guys are going in interviews explaining, yo, yeah, such and such shot his kneecap. Such and such ran to the other block, and I was in the car with this guy, and I seen it, and I looked, and what? Man, listen. Man, listen. Just like Keith, he's never going back, and right? Exactly. And once again, I forgot what video that was. When I was talking about the whole situation with Chief Keef not going back to Chicago. People saying he's soft. People saying, oh, he ain't doing nothing for Chicago. Why should he? Not saying why. Listen, let me tell you. To an extent, right? Yes, it's a city. Yes, do something for your city. However, if the city gonna treat me crazy at the time, they stealing from him, they plot, whatever they was doing. Then he got a whole bunch of other situation with police out there. I wouldn't go back neither. There's nothing there for me. And as we seen, I think that was the biggest decision he could have made it in his career. Because almost everybody that was with Chief Keef from back in the days, if you pay attention, they either dead or in jail or facing some type of indictment. So if you ask me, he did the right thing. He was ahead of his time. He was ahead of the curve. I don't know what made him leave and not come back, but whatever it was, he better think whatever that situation was. Trenches came out the trenches and dropped a new video. Man, listen. That man got a lot of explaining to do. He on his own. I ain't gotta sit here and bash him or that. Them documents say enough. What he's going through says enough. And let me tell y'all right now, right? Karma don't miss. That's what I'm gonna say. Karma does not miss. I remember we did a video. I always explain this story. We did a video. Because if y'all been following the channel and y'all been here for a little minute, y'all know we done had our little whatever. That was mad long ago. The thing with me is I don't keep none of these weird drama, fake beefs just for views. I don't keep them going. If you say something to me or you say something about me or if you say something about a video or whatever, you try to discredit anything, I'm going to just check you one time and then that's it. We're not doing the back and forth. And that's exactly what happened. And in that situation, it was just short-lived. It was one thing, checked them, that was it. Boys sent copyright strikes to try to get the channel taken down. Unlawfully. That was before I had a lawyer, entertainment lawyer. That was in the beginning stages, had to learn. You got to get an entertainment lawyer. For all y'all doing YouTube and somebody send you false copyright strikes, if you try to appeal it, all your information is pretty much gonna go to that person. So I thought maybe that's what he was trying to do. So I never appealed it. But I could have had a lawsuit if the channel did get taken down because they were sent, the copyright strikes were sent unlawfully, illegally pretty much. And he did that because when FBG Young exposed who he really was in the beginning, this is before he started showing his face or whatever. In the beginning, we pretty much did a video, exposed the face, he didn't like it, got the video taken down. We just left it at that. But I said all that to say this. We ain't sit there, we ain't try to go back and forth, we ain't bash that man. When you do wrong, it come back. Let me tell y'all one thing, man. One thing about this thing we call life. No matter what you do in the dark, it's gonna come to light. Keep your face card clean at all times. Some of these people don't know what integrity is. And this is the reason why a lot of people get caught out there. Integrity is pretty much doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. I'm on my P's and Q's at all times. You ever been looking out your window and see somebody walking, they digging in their nose, digging in their butt, all type of weird, because they think nobody looking. You know? At all times I think somebody watching me. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta have your integrity in line. Dudes getting paid to inform. Y'all gotta be careful out here. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, man. Elevate fan, you sound like you from the 80s. Shout out to you, Mike. Nah, I'm from the 90s. Shout out to the 80s, though. That was a hell of a time. I'm big on watching documentaries and like hood documentaries and reading hood novels. I haven't read a hood novel in a minute, though, but especially in my generation where I'm from. Clout over common sense. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing. They chasing that clout. They want that attention. They want that attention. Either you mature naturally, whether you're in the streets or not. I feel like you gotta adapt mentally and emotionally to what's going on around you. That's what I did at least. You're right, but that's I ain't gonna say it's everywhere, but it depends where you're at, right? And what you maturing about. Some dudes is in hoods where they gotta be grown men because they don't got their mother, or they don't got their father, or they drug addicts, or whatever the case may be. So they forced to get out in the streets and provide at an early age. They forced to mature at an early age. I get it. Some people are forced to mature and grow up and handle themselves based on what they want. You could do that. Like, I know that's how I was. I didn't like asking my mother for anything. So the problem is I went out in the streets and, did weird stuff, not weird stuff, but did the wrong stuff. And that's how I matured, by going in the streets. However, you got some people that mature because they got ops at a young age. These dudes talking about killing and drilling and spinning blocks at a young age. They be lucky if they make it to 25, 30. And that's a shame, man. It's a shame. Like I said, where I come from, getting money was cool. Looking fly, having the baddest chick, getting the baddest car. That was the challenge. You got some places to where catching bodies, being the toughest. Because I realize when people don't got money, they try to be overly gangster. You either got money or you just tough. Nah, we ain't stick up kids. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. We want the money. That's what's cool to us. I'm known first or second for someone could victim of bloggers speak on info that's already out. Exactly. Because where we gonna get the information from? Where we gonna get the information from? We're getting more songs on this thing. It's cool, bro. Our nutrients was right. Let me tell you, anybody that's gonna get on here, and this is how I source people out. Whether you a blogger, whether you're a rapper, whether you're a street dude, sometimes all you gotta do is listen to people talk. You ain't gotta say nothing. Let people talk. I promise you, you will find out more listening to somebody and just sitting there. Because let me tell you, as people, right, we're programmed to where when somebody's not saying something, you bound to talk. You sit there, you ever talk to somebody and when you like, yup, they keep going, they programmed to just do that. So just do that. Whenever somebody talk, just sit there and let them talk. And the problem is when you sit there and you trying to tell me you this gangster, you ain't just a blogger, or you was in the street and this person scared of you and this person don't play with you. Come on. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And you agitating beefs, you going to the top dudes telling you this and nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I can't put my hand on it. When I can't put my hand on it, I'll leave you alone. The devil is the master of confusion. If I'm confused, I'm gonna leave you alone because something ain't right. The truth is one way. I tell people that all the time. If y'all been tuned into the channel, y'all know one thing I always say: the devil's the master of confusion. If you ever confused or anything just don't sound right, that's your intuition. Believe it. The truth is one way. Simple. Okay, speaking on any criminal activity that's a violation. I don't know that. Yeah. You ain't gotta be on the gang, be in the gang. If you just talking freely like that, something wrong with you. What's your thoughts on the trap lord dude? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have much thoughts about him. I don't know. I can't even sit here and try to make something up. Cause I don't know, man. He's one of the guys that came in and out of nowhere just blew up. Just blew up and then, did the King Von thing, had everybody paying attention, and then just disappeared. You gotta watch out for things like that, man. There's a lot of industry plants. There's a lot of people popping up out of nowhere. There's a lot of. Damn, he was fishing for your info. Who fishing for my info? He was trying to see if he could exchange info on you. I don't know who. Oh, you talking about I think you probably talking about when I said the copyright strike thing. Unless you mean he just was asking around for info. It is what it is. Universe give you what you did. Yep. The universe always give you what you dish out. And I always say it, you get what you give. You get what you give. You think negative, negative is gonna happen. If you one of them people that got the mind state that nothing's gonna happen for you, or negative things, always bad things always happen to you, that's what's gonna happen because that's what you're attracting. That's what you're seeing. When you manifest things, you're supposed to visualize what you want. It starts with a thought. If all you're thinking about is negativity, guess what? That's what you're attracting. Now, if you have positive thoughts, and let's not be cliche, because I hate when people do this. Oh, I think positive all the time, but I don't get nothing. It don't work like that. You're not just gonna sit here and think positive 1 to 2 days, and the next you know, you're gonna get what you want. It don't work like that, man. Your mindset gotta be into it. Your actions gotta follow your mindset as well. If you want something bad enough, you think about it, you visualize it, and then you let it go. And then you put the work in. Always tap into your subconscious mind, man. But the universe definitely give you what you dish out. You dish out that bull crap, it's gonna come to you. And this is why we don't, let me tell y'all, you know how much time we could literally sit here and scream and yell and X, Y, and Z. Oh, this blog and that, but we don't do that, man. That's not what this is about. That's not what it's about. About having a good time talking about. I used to just talk about current events. We never even used to talk about music on live. Or any of this blog and stuff. We talk about current events and stuff that's going on and vibe. Usually people in the chat be vibing with each other. They meet each other, all type of stuff. Some of them dudes seem to kill so much it weigh on their soul. Seems like they let themselves get murdered. True. Some people tired of running, man. Imagine got to look over your shoulder. Let me tell y'all one thing, right? When I got locked up, when I finally got arrested and convicted, because you get arrested, you bail out from the bookings, and then you beat the case. They tell you stay out of trouble for 6 months. When you got money, start becoming normal. Not normal, but it starts becoming like you're desensitized to it. Meaning that before you used to be like, yo, if I can't get locked up. You paranoid. You don't want to get locked up. Then when you finally go through it and you actually got money and you know how the process works, when you get arrested and you bail out from the court, After you bail out, you fight the case for a couple months, and then the lawyer make it go away. They tell you stay out of trouble for like 6 months to a year. You become numb to it, so you feel invincible because you got money. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when everything was said and done, I finally got caught and I got convicted and I couldn't bail. That's when life hit me, which is crazy. Couldn't bail. You can't go nowhere. You gotta sit here till your next court date. Meanwhile, the next court date is a couple months away. No, I'm lying. Some people got it like that. My boy got it like that right now. He was arrested in June. And his next court date is in November. So that's July, August, September, October. No. His next court date is 5 months, y'all. You know how crazy that is? Now, in my situation, they was doing it to where my case, like I had to go to court like every month. It was like one of those. But one day inside feels like a week. If y'all, I mean, I don't wish anybody to go there, man. But if you ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. But long story short is this. When you finally get through that process, you know, you did your time or whatever, it's like a relief. As bad as it sounds. When I got in there, I was relieved because I got tired of looking over my shoulder, wondering if the cops going to pull me over, you know, raid my house or just pull up on me one day. You know, it got annoying. You know, so when you finally go through it and it's all said and done, you're like, you know what? I don't want to go back to that. And you get tired of it. And, you know, I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Shout out to you. You always showing love. It says message retracted, but I seen what you said. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. That's another blogger, always showing love. Yo, it don't take nothing to show love amongst bloggers. If you've been tuned in, right, you know that I've always said that bloggers need to collaborate. We need to come together. These little underground drill artists, they try to act Hasa Diddy, and it kills me when they do. Telling me, oh, you want to interview, you got to bring the bag. What? Bring what bag? We make them. You know, let me tell y'all, man, one hand is better than, 2 hands is better than one. We come together and make money together. These guys, oh no, you got to pay me for an interview. Why? Shade Room ain't talking about these guys. Nobody talking about these guys but us. If we stop, guess what? They relevant stop too. So I ain't going to pay you. If you want to come together and do something like that, we could do that. But then you got some of these bloggers who be fanned out and doing anything just to be, you know, oh, say I spoke to this person, I spoke to that person. I don't care. So you got one mouth, 2 eyes. Facts. I have to learn about watching my film. Make mistakes. Somebody ever told me to go this way. That's a fact. My father was locked up, what, 10 years? My mother had me very young. So I pretty much, I can't lie though. I had my great-grandfather. Yeah, my great-grandfather in my life. You know, he was like the muscle of the family when he was alive. So, but other than that, you know, your great-grandfather ain't really teach you nothing about no streets or nothing. So at the end of the day, you had to go out there and really fend for yourself. See what's what. That don't mean crash out though. A lot of dudes, they be liking to use that excuse. Oh, my father wasn't there, or my this was that. I didn't have this. Nah, there ain't no reason to crash out. You gonna make a way. That's gonna get you hungry. Or it should at least. Intuition is given strictly from God. Facts. Always follow your intuition. Other blacks seem like he's just there to make you think a certain way about people. It's gonna approach situational duality as well though. You look at the pros and cons in the situation. I'll have my pocket bag. Mostly pocket healing, but it's way too much. Yeah. Let me tell you, anything you want in this world, you can manifest it. You know, we've been taught that karma is only negative. You got good karma too. You just never hear about it. You never hear nobody talk about good karma. But you have good karma. You get what you give. That's why it's sad. When something bad happens to somebody, the first thing they say is, well, that's my karma. Or the first thing somebody else says, well, that's his karma. Perfect example. Just like I just did with old boy. When I was like, that's his karma. But just like that, when something positive happens, guess what? That's your karma as well. You get what you give. That's why I tell people all the time, I give more than I receive. I take care of a lot of people. And I don't brag about it. I ain't the type, I hate when people do that. They go, they record themselves giving food and money to the homeless people, or you don't do things like that. Or they do something for you and then they mention it on social media. You don't do that. You don't do that. That ain't genuine. That ain't genuine. J-Man, I know you. I know J-Man Daddy. Yeah, J-Man funny as hell. And you know, let me tell y'all how crazy his situation is. His situation is so crazy. It's because we're all here to live in our purpose. You put here for a reason, right? So I feel that J-Man just found his purpose. His purpose is making people laugh. His purpose is being funny. Now, his society, right? Where he grew up, he was a product of his environment. His environment was all that bull crap, the drilling or whatever. But look at the success that he's had since he found his purpose. When you find your purpose, that's when everything starts flowing. You see, things are starting to float to him because he found his purpose. He found what he's good at. That's his purpose. Once you find your purpose and you start living in your purpose, successful things start to happen to you because you're living in your purpose. Think he tired of the streets. They all tired. Let me tell y'all right now, they all tired of the streets. You know what this situation mostly taught me about? A lot of them is followers. And this don't just go for Chicago. This go for just period. P-Power wants J-Man and Tay Savage to get together. Now all of a sudden everybody want peace. That's how it starts. You see what I'm saying? That's usually how it starts. Action. Don't talk about it. Action. The same way everybody was following, drilling, and spinning blocks and doing X, Y, and Z. This could have been happened. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes somebody. It takes the sacrificial. Yeah. Yeah, sacrificial lamb, my fault. But it takes somebody to go and say, yo, listen, I'm gonna do this. Right? It took J-Man, one of the funny guys, not the toughest. Well, I don't know if he tough now. I don't know J-Man. But out of perception, not the toughest of them, not the most gangster, not the most respected or whatever. It took the funny man to go and make peace however he did it, and now everybody's following suit. You see how that works? Programming. They see him with coming out of it successfully. So guess what? Now they want to do it. They see he's starting to get recognized for it. Now they want to do it. They see it's beneficial for him. Now they want to do it. That's how it works, man. You ever worry about if you end up too successful and here the higher ups approaching you? How you think you will handle it? That's a good, I want to curse, but that's a very good question because somebody asked me that the other day. And when they say how would you handle it, that's a good question. And you know what? The reason why I say it's a good question because first of all, I'm not going to sit here and ever compromise my morals. So you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about me not standing on what I believe because we expose that same behavior that you talking about all the time. But the problem is that when you go against the grain, we see a lot of times what happened. So I mean, thank God I got other avenues to make it money. This ain't just this ain't something I rely wholeheartedly on. Like, yo, I need. So, God forbid anything like that happens, and I'll have to start making rain videos and manifestation videos and stuff like that. Cause some people don't play, man. I mean, we still look at. I don't know if y'all know Rashad Jamal. Right? Look at his situation. And the reason why I always go back to his situation is because, yo, he's everything that happened to him, he said was going to happen to him. He said, yo, y'all going to turn on me. They're going to come out with some bogus story about me. Y'all going to turn on me. Y'all going to think I did it. They're going to have me locked up for a long time. Yo, and everything he said happened. He said this like last year, a year and a half ago. He was waking too much people. Yo, man, listen, if y'all get a chance, y'all know who Rashad Jamal is, go look him up. Please go look him up. Please go look him up. Please. That man's so passionate. That man's so passionate. I used to watch his lives and see when they would cut it off. Let me tell you, in the beginning, they never cut his lives off, right? And this is what we were talking about earlier. Once you start getting influential, once you start getting a following, an audience, and they like, wait, hold on. All right. Because when he was talking before, he didn't have no followers like that. Guess what? They wasn't bothering him. They wasn't bothering him. His lives wasn't glitching. His pages wasn't being deleted. None of that. The minute he reached a certain amount of followers and he started doing shows and, holding his own events and actually making money off of what he was doing, guess what happened? His pages started getting taken. His videos started getting taken down. They started taking his YouTube channel, started taking his Instagram. He got to create his own website now. Next he started catching cases out of nowhere. Yo, man, that's how they play. He started getting harassed by the police, and he's video documenting, like, yo, listen, I'm being harassed, and it's crazy. That's one of the things that opened my eyes, because we literally seen it happen from beginning to the end. He said that they was gonna do it, and he did it. I mean, they did it. Nah, it wasn't nothing street. It was something with his baby mother. They try to say he touched on the kid, somewhere. It started off, I think, the child support or something with the kid. I mean, something with the baby mother. Then that snowballed into something with him. They say he must have touched inappropriately one of his children somewhere. Let me look it up if I can. And they gave him 18 years, which is crazy. Like, come on, man. Come on. What's up, Brooklyn Divine Beings fans? Let me see. Oh, so that's what they say he did. He abused the child of his ex-partners, Darshell Smith, with whom he also has a son with. Smith told Vice that she's been harassed by Jamal's followers who believe he is a semi-divine being brought to Earth to heal the planet. Look how they try to, and it's funny, whenever they always try to make you sound or look crazy. That's how they get you. Jamal, who goes by the name of Divine Insight on social media, shares some peculiar and outlandish beliefs with his followers. You hear what they say? He shares some peculiar, I hate that word, but y'all know what I'm saying. Peculiar and outlandish beliefs with his followers. He contends that NBA players are synthetic robots, birds are government-controlled drones, the government modifies the weather, and it's possible to enter Africa through the Grand Canyon and Arizona, to name a few. Now, if you do your homework on everything they just put in there, guess what? None of them are lies. But that's another story. Let's see. They still didn't give no real charges. They just say he abused. That's what it was. He abused the child of his ex-partner. Yeah. But for the ones that know, y'all know what's going on, man. Y'all know what's going on. That's when the people want to silence you. Exactly. Everybody knows what's going on. Let me tell you, at this point, it's clear as day. The government modifies the weather for sure. That's a fact. HAARP machines. HAARP. They sitting here telling us, right? All right, let me tell you how easy and common sense it is these days to catch these guys with the weirdness they be saying. How does tornadoes form? And that's a question, right? How is tornadoes and hurricanes form? You need precipitation, you need moist, you need that stuff, right? How in the world is Texas, I think Texas it is, that they supposed to have a hurricane or something? Let me see. What tornado? What's a tornado? These wildfires, man, it's getting crazy. Yeah, I think it is. Tornado damage. Counties with the most tornadoes in Texas. I forgot the tornado name. Wildfires in Calhoun. Yeah, that's what it was. Florida. It's supposed to be one that's coming soon. Let me tell y'all, man, it really ain't that hard to see through the bullcrap that they be putting out there these days. They getting lazy with it at this point. That's why I always tell y'all, I don't say wake up. That wake up crap is a thing from the past. It's pay attention. If you ever see the Instagram, if you see I say hashtag pay attention, because it's pay attention. It's in our faces. They ain't hiding it no more. It ain't wake up, we up. As far as the wildfires in Cali's, nah, they got the what's that thing called? Direct? Oh, the direct energy weapon. The do, whatever you want to call it, the do. I posted that to the Instagram as well. You got cars. These wildfires they talking about that came around, right? You got cars melted to the ground. Wildfires doing that? These people houses, these big houses, these mansions, Oprah mansion, all these dual mansions, these celebrities. You mean to tell me a fire just so happened to not hit these, man? And sometimes I don't even be want to talk about it because it be like an insult to your intelligence when they put certain things out there. And then you got people that really be asking like, yo, you think this is real? You think that, man, stop asking me. If you don't know about now, you just don't know. That's on you. We talking to the people that's woke. We talking to people that's paying attention. That's what we want to talk to. So we can have like-minded conversations. That low vibrational energy people be bringing, yo, do you really think, don't ask me if I really think anything. Yeah. Yeah. The answer is yeah. When they blew the leaves during Hurricane Katrina dying. Yeah. Even the levees, when people, you got people that did documentaries saying, yo, we heard the levees blow up. Why nobody, man, listen. It's crazy. They say, yo, we heard the levees blow. And then y'all know what happened? All them black people that was in there, right? They kicked them out. They try to go back for their homes. No, no, no. No, no, no. Took that land. Even with the Maui fires. They said it's people calling. It was people calling the next day inquiring about other people's land. Come on, man. The next day. You know how much of a slap in the face that is? I just lost my house. I don't got no clothes, no food, no money, no nothing. I got nothing. Everything lost. And you calling me the next day later to inquire about my land. Come on, man. They did exactly what they wanted to do in 9/11. Yeah. Man, 9/11 was so, let me tell y'all how crazy that is. You just got to pay attention. A certain group wasn't called to come into work that day. And by a certain group, y'all should know what I'm talking about. Right? It's people that was out there that say, yo, nah, we heard explosions go off. Then when you do your homework, I think in 1991, don't quote me, but one of them 90s, when they tried to blow up the World Trade Center from the basement, come on. Come on, man. And they got the nerve to tell us, 93, appreciate you, Brandon. And they got the nerve to tell us that these people hijacked the plane with box cutters. Man, listen. Then they had the nerve to run in and invade their whole place, looking for weapons of mass what? And to this day, you still ain't find it. Man, listen. See, this is why sometimes I be liking to go live on Instagram, because on Instagram, you can talk how you want to talk. Here, you got to be a little more political. Jamal, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. Appreciate everybody for supporting. The word playing numbers matter too. That's what run the world. Yeah, that's a fact. It's called gematria. Everything is ran by numbers. Nothing is by coincidence. Lil Tet, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up, brother. really not. It's really not an insult because you could tell most. You right about that, Keith. But we seeing you on YouTube. Yeah, nah. I mean, I be on Instagram because now we gotta see. Before I was never going live on Instagram for two reasons. Because I really didn't care much for Instagram. Instagram was really just just a form, a way for people to get in contact with us. But other than that, I didn't really care too much about Instagram. But then we started getting a little following on there. So I said, you know what? I've been trying to entertain them both. It gets overwhelming at times too, but it is what it is. Instagram, you can just say do whatever. That's the thing. And it ain't monetized right now, so I really don't be caring. But they be always trying to kick us on Instagram. Instagram crazy. They'll let you post. They'll let you post somebody getting shot point blank in the face. The minute you put up a conspiracy, you getting a warning. Crazy. That's the only thing I don't like about Instagram. They always trying to kick you off for anything. You see 18 people get ran over by a train, and that's okay. But the minute you say anything about space or whatever, whatever conspiracy, they ready to take that page. You ain't trying to get the belt on here, nah. You know why, Brandon? I done put too much work into this page, man. I mean, if it ever happens, it is what it is. But if I could prevent it, you know, that's why y'all don't really be hearing me curse on here. I don't curse on here. I don't play no music. None of that. I put too much work into this, man. It be times when we first started, in 2019, I had this little side gig I was doing. I had to be up for work at like, what was that? I had to be up for work at like 5. No, 6. Because I would go to sleep at 4 and then wake up at 5. Man, them days, man. Sure, I don't believe in coincidence at all. I never have. Nah, there's no such thing as coincidences. What's good, Hookah? Everybody in the duplex. You're Katie. What's the word, man? Appreciate you pulling up. You know how we do. We always vibe. It's a vibe. You gonna keep doing lives? Yeah. Let me tell you. The problem with me is I gotta stay consistent with the lives. I remember before I try to have a consistent basis to where I get on like every Friday. It lasted for like 2 weeks. But I be having so much to do between uploading on Instagram, trying to do videos, and then other stuff I got going on outside of YouTube and all that. The time be crazy. The time be crazy. So, but like I said, I want to start doing vlogs. I keep. Let me tell y'all. Let me show y'all. I got this. Where's it at? I got this GoPro. This is a GoPro. This is for the chest though. The one for the head is somewhere down there. Pause. But this is for the chest, or you put your phone in the middle, whatever. And I got the one that's strapped on to your forehead. So I was been supposed to do vlogs. It's just I keep forgetting to take it with me. I keep forgetting. So I want to get into vlogs. Show y'all another side. Go out, have fun. Cause I really be out, man. I be chill. I live life. I tell you all the time, life is short. Live this to the fullest. Whatever you want to do it. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody stop whatever it is. None of these weird laws that these people got. Oh, you can't do this unless you have. Nah, live your life. It's short. It's short. They had a documentary where I was watching the other day. It was a documentary of, the people that was on their deathbed. And it was asked. I think they asked 50 people. Or was it 80? 50. Yeah, 50. They asked 50 people, dying patients. What's one regret you have? And they said, I lived for other people. They lived for other people. They lived based on what people thought about them. They didn't dress the way they wanted to dress. They didn't go where they wanted to go because they was worried about people. Don't worry about people. You're going to be miserable if you worry about what people think about you. Be yourself. You know, be the energy that you want to attract. If you don't got that many friends, who cares? Who cares? You don't need them anyway. Literally, my brother was there. Yo, they redirect all the water to the black community instead of going to the French quarters. Crazy. Bless one up, King. Yeah, them strikes is crazy. Especially with YouTube, they don't never tell you. If you get a strike on YouTube, they don't tell you what video, let me see. I'll never forget. We had uploaded a YouTube short. This was like when shorts just came out, fresh out. We uploaded a YouTube short. It was of a Dodge Charger dipping on the police, right? Yo, that short did 5 million views. 5 million. I still got the screenshots. What happened? They what he did? Oh, they demonetized us for like a month. And then what happened? We didn't know that was the channel. I mean, we didn't know that was the video that was a copyright. So what happened was after they demonetized us, we like, damn, now we got to find a video. Because that's the thing. When they demonetize you, they don't tell you which video is the one that they demonetize you for. You just got to find it, which is crazy if you use other people's videos in your video because you never know. And then I think it went on for like two months. And then next thing you know, I was good. I had to delete the video. After we deleted the video, that's when we got we was monetized again. I was pissed. I was pissed. And you know what's crazy? For any YouTube, well, I don't know if any other blogs is in here. I know I Smoke Hip Hop is on here, right? But in the beginning stages, I'll never forget, it was the time we was demonetized for like 4 months straight. 3? I think 3. Like 3 months straight. Still pumping out content like we was monetized. And they never knew. That's why I tell people, if this is something you want to do, man, or whenever you're doing something that you actually like to do, it don't feel like work. Pumping out content. I'm talking about, and this is if you was tuned in to this platform back in like 2021, because I kind of slowed down now. I got other things going on. But we was doing 4, 5, 6 videos a day religiously. I'm talking about grinding. Nowadays, I only put out like 2. I be striving to do 3, but it'd be a task. Like today, we only put out 1. I gotta, like I said, I gotta step it up. I told myself in September we're gonna step it up. We're gonna go back to like the minimum being 3. But you gotta want to do it, man. Do you feel somewhat tame because you want your content out? What you mean tame? We pretty much talk about whatever we want to talk about. It's just that we gotta be political about it. Meaning we can't, you can't curse. Certain things you can't really elaborate on. You can touch bases, but you can't really elaborate on. But for the most part, we talk, we talk freely. About to roll up some super silver haze. Yikes, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I don't smoke. I smoke hookah, that's about it. Oh, and Casamigos. Hookah and Casamigos. Yeah, I followed you the other day. They put up a warning asking, was I sure I wanted to follow because you had conspiracies? Yeah, hey, listen, and that's another thing. So when I tell people, because our views, let me tell you, we used to get, all right, perfect example, let me see. So I could show better than I could tell you, right? Let me show y'all something real quick. Let's see. All right, perfect example. Let me see. Now, look at here. Where's it at? Let me take this off. Hold on. I got mad tabs up. This how y'all know I got like a gazillion tabs. Don't watch that though. So what is this? I put this video out probably a couple hours ago. It only got 822 views. Now, I do know that sometimes depending on when I post a video, because our time to post, most of our audience is tuned in at like around 5. So if I don't post anywhere before 5 or at 5, then it's kind of like, with the views. But 822 views, I probably put this video out like 3 hours ago. Back in the days, this right here, we already had 10. Look, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000. Now, I know for sure that it's certain topics or certain people that I talk about, I know our views are going to go straight up. But I don't like doing content like that because it's just, that's when you see people, they don't be having nothing to talk about when they talk about certain people. They just be rambling. We don't do that. But I said all that to say, it's because shadow ban. You know that. It's all about being shadow banned. To where you're not put in the algorithm. You know, your video is not suggested at the end of other videos or whatever the case may be. It is what it is, man. The good thing and the thing I like about it the most, we built this platform organically. So it just is what it is. We ain't chasing it. We ain't trying to do nothing extra. It is what it is. But we definitely shadow banned. It's been like that for a minute. And it was due to it was a Trump video we put out a long time ago. That's when it started. Then you got videos that been in review for like almost a week. So that means you ain't making no money off it. It's weird. We ain't stressing no. We ain't tripping. You from Chicago too? Nah, not from Chicago. Laws, statutes, and commandments is what I try to live by. The best of my abilities. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, of course you obey the law, like, right? Like, that's what we do. We definitely obey the law. Hold on, let me put this up here. We definitely obey the law. We got no choice. Or you just gonna go to jail. That's how it goes. However, what I'm saying is, man, don't live constricted. Don't live your life worrying about what the next person might think. Wear what you want to wear. Talk how you want to talk. Be how you want to be. You know, with me, you ask 5 different people about me, they're going to give you 5 different answers. Right? Because with somebody, the way I act with him or her, I may not act with him or her. He might think I'm funny as hell. She might always say, yo, he always serious. You know, it's different. Like, different people bring different versions out of you is pretty much what I'm getting at. But as long as you yourself, right, you're not trying to be nobody else, that's what matters the most. That's because you got to live with you at the end of the day. You know how much dudes lost their life because they out here being somebody or something they not? I would hate for that to happen. That's why I be despising fake jewelry. I see people, they talk about, oh, the moissanite. You know, me and my boy, we had this conversation the other day because I'm totally against anything fake. That stuff that Chad Ocho Cinco be talking about, oh, they never going to suspect it's fake because I got money. I don't do that. You know why? Because I've seen situations at times where dudes got robbed for jewelry that wasn't even real, right? You got people that almost lose their life because they rocking fake jewelry. Imagine getting shot over your chain and it's fake. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Man, I'll be in heaven just stomping the clouds. I'll be stomping the hell out of some clouds. Asking God for a redo. Nah, yeah, just think about it. It's crazy. I'll be stomping the hell out of some clouds. Living in truth and do what makes you comfortable. That's what's going to lead you to your destiny. No bunk beds and caskets. That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, perfect example, right? When, like you said, I don't even like people or friends. It's cool to have friends, but you got to have people that understand that we're grown. I can't text and talk to you all day, every day. I can't sit here and meet and link with you whenever you want. You know, and if you can't go according to my schedule, then, you know, we could be distant friends. You know, we ain't gotta be tied up with each other all the time. We grown. Some of us got kids, some of us, like, we grown, man. I seen a white Challenger on the E-way. Nah, I know what you talking about. You talking about that white Challenger that outran the helicopter. Had like 700 something horsepower. Nah, it was a Ford Fusion. Let me tell you, I'm still thinking about putting that video to this day. And I was so lost. Hold on. I was so lost back then, I didn't understand analytics. You know, so at the time, I didn't really get to analyze what made that video do what it did, but it hit 5 million views in like, it took it a couple days, or maybe a week and a half, because I know that, or no, maybe a month, because I think we got paid. That probably was the biggest check I got from YouTube. Yeah, I think it was. I think that was the biggest. Then I was going to get the plaque. I don't know if they do the plaque for shorts, but I know once you get 1 million views on a certain video, they give you that plaque. We should be getting that soon, because one of these, let me see, one of these videos got about 400, and another one got like 600,000 views. See, this filter system be bugging out. I don't feel like messing with it right now, but one of them, we got a couple videos. I think the 051 Melly one is the one that should be getting 1 million soon. Did you see the Aiden Ross pulled on? I'm glad you brought that up. See, like I said, I be so lazy with the content when it comes to with the Instagram and everything. I gotta get back into it. So the Aiden Ross, like your boy Charleston White, and nobody's talking about that at all. But one thing people don't understand about Charleston White, that man is very smart. Before he was Charleston White, he was a whole protester and he did X, Y, and Z. Like, he's not just the Joe Schmo that he tried to proclaim to be. He only doing this with King Von and all that other stuff. He doing that because it's getting attention. I don't agree with his messages necessarily, you know, all of them, but I understand what he's trying to do. But all that weird stuff he be doing when he be talking about King Von is weird. I disagree with it. But you got to know that he's strategic. He even said, like, yo, I didn't eat nothing when I was around them guys. I didn't drink nothing around them that they was offering. I try not to go to none of their parties. He said he went there for just to, you know, to talk about a streaming deal. Everything that we seen with them vlogging and everything, that was up to them. That was up to their discretion. They did that. He didn't come there for that. But I guess he was going along because he's like, yo, this is Aiden Ross. But if you realize, once Charleston White wasn't on the type of time that Aiden Ross thought he was going to be on, they got him. They got rid of him. Got the police, got him out the hotel room and all that. But he exposed them. Said they tried to get him to do weird stuff, and I believe him. Because they did the same thing with I Show Speeds. And then next you know, you see I Show Speeds, he got that weird stuff on his eye and all that. Come on. Okay, we got Miss G in the building. Shout out to Miss Gala, man. Shout out to Gala. Miss G, definitely. I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to you. We always talking about the whole King Von stuff. Y'all better tap into Miss G, man. I know I got to get a reading, too. I'm overdue. I done said that probably 2 years ago. Charleston White popped about it. Yeah, another. Let me tell you, let's be real. There's agents all over that industry. It's just like, I forgot the name. Damn, what's the guy's name? Oh man, he invaded the Black Panther movement. I forgot his name. Man, that's crazy to me because usually I'm on top of it. But this is what they do. They sending people, and just like how we talk about the mercenaries that be in them hoods. When y'all be seeing these bodies drop, and y'all think that it's regular neighborhood dudes, and that's not what it is. It's not these dudes in these gangs that dropping these bodies like this. It's these mercenaries that's placed in these neighborhoods that's killing these dudes to keep these gang wars going. To keep it going, that's all it be. Look up mercenaries. They exist. These CIA experiments and operations that's going on, these are well documented things that go on. We just don't know about it. Well, some of us. But these are real things that go on. And the problem is people will sit there and call you a conspiracy theorist, and I feel it's so dismissive because that's the first thing they say. You say anything about the space or this, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. What are you talking about? You ain't even trying to understand what I'm saying. You just, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. You talk about aliens, they call you a conspiracy theorist, but your government came and told you that they exist. Now people don't got no words for that. Hold on, let me see something. Who's this? Sorry to say, but don't listen to no other black people if you want to be happy and live a complete life. I mean, to an extent, right? You got some people, some black people, our own people. A lot of us are programmed, and a lot of it start from the family. You know where they was raised in some households and their beliefs, and you know it's crazy. Then some of them are just programmed by the government, by what they see, these TV shows, the music, the videos, social media. It all plays a part. It all plays a part, man. And they're doing a great job. The government is doing a great job at keeping us divided. We are divided in every way, shape, or form. Women want to be independent. That's not how it goes. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not the law of nature. You see what I'm saying? And they know that. But the more they keep us away from each other, the more they strip us from our power. With us together, you know how powerful we are? Do y'all know how powerful we are when we are together? They know that. We vibrate at a different frequency when we all are together, and they know that. So the best thing for them to do is keep us separated. It's been going on for years. Your passion is always pleasurable and peaceful. Appreciate you, Brandon. I wanna content create about things I'm passionate about, but nobody will watch me. I've been rocking with a couple. Nah, don't say that. You know why? Because it's been days, especially when we first started. Like right now, right? Let's see. The Hookah Anonymous TV page. Let me see. We only got over there. Look, but I only got 3 videos up for now. I gotta get active on that page too. But let's see. We only got about. Hookah TV. We only got about 1,071. I don't know where them thousands came from, but dashboard 366. That's it. So in the beginning, it's gonna be hard. I ain't gonna lie. If you're doing YouTube, it's gonna be hard. You gotta be in it. Like that gotta be something you wanna do. Cause I can't lie, it was discouraging in the beginning. But it was something I really wanted to do, and that's what kept me going. Like the stuff I was talking about, that's what kept me going. Our earlier videos wasn't about entertainment. It wasn't about nothing Chicago. It wasn't about blogging. It wasn't about gossip. It was about like motivational and talking about relationships. Cause we do motivational counseling, motivational coaching, my fault. We do motivational coaching for people as well. We charge them for sessions. An hour is the minimum. So that's how we wanted to pretty much do the YouTube to bring attention to that. But then, you know, that's how we started getting into the gossip because we did a video on Chicago. Who was it first? I think Little Mo 6 Block was our first like viral video. Yeah. I think he was like our first viral one. And I think we had to take that one down because of the copyright of the music. You know, so you just live and you learn when you doing that the YouTube. It gotta be something you want to do. It gotta be something you want to do, man. And don't ever tell yourself that you can't do it neither. You know what's funny? Yo, they literally got content for everything. No matter what you want to do, they got content for. You could think about it. Like I'm thinking about doing point of view. I want to do POVs. Like when I'm driving at night, cause sometimes I'll be wild. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be having fun. Hit 100, you know, gliding. I want to do one of those because it look fun. You know, and I see that's something that a lot of people are interested in. Those POV videos when you're driving. So that's one thing that I definitely want to do. Yeah, and like just know that the start. Let me tell you, anything that's worth doing is going to be hard in the beginning. Anything that's worth doing is going to be hard in the beginning. With our Hookah channel, in the beginning we was only getting about 15 views, 20 views. When I first got 100 views, you know how excited I was? Our first YouTube check was what, $55? 55, 53, $55. It's of course it's not a lot, but it felt good because I got paid for doing something that I like to do. Didn't have to go to work, didn't have to get up early, then none of that. I mean, I get up early regardless every day, but I was doing something that I like to do and I got paid for it. I couldn't believe it. So that's, you know, certain things motivate you to keep going, and that's what motivated me to keep going. I seen the X videos tab. Knock it off. You ain't you ain't see no X video tab here, man. I can't even keep nothing like that up anyway if I wanted to. I seen the X video tab. Hey, these days you ain't even gotta go on X videos. Just log on to Twitter. And matter of fact, so since you do see, this is why I be trying to I always try to get people into like making money on YouTube, right? There's a lot of things you could do on YouTube and make money without showing your face. You know, I got a bunch of channels that people don't know about. A bunch of channels. Like people just see the Hookah Anonymous channel or they see the Hookah TV channel and think that I just got those two channels. No, I got a bunch of channels that I don't pretty much run in a sense. So you know, you go on Fiverr, you pay people, and you know why I hate? I hate that a lot of people are doing that now, and they making it bad for the people that really do want to learn, because they making it sound so easy. They watering it down. It's saturated. No, you could literally make money off of rain videos. You know those videos that people listen to before they go to sleep? Those videos. There's certain websites you go to, you download the music, you loop them, you make it into a video, and you make money. Literally that simple. But everybody will try to make it sound more harder. In the beginning, you're not going to get that much views at first, of course, but run ads, run advertisements, run backlinks. For y'all that know what backlinks is. Man, let me give y'all a website. I think I did this before. I give away a little free game tonight. SEO clerks. So easy to make money. So look, right? This website here. So pretty much do anything here. Sell a service. It's called SEO clerks. Let's type some. Let's see. Type YouTube. See what they got for YouTube right now. Come on. I don't know why it's not going. Hold on. All right. So YouTube promotion. On my 3 million profile, whatever. Human traffic by now. This would be a good one, right? You see this? Send 100,000 plus human traffic by Google, YouTube, Twitter. But you gotta watch out. Some of them be bots. You gotta look at their reputation. But he seems like a good seller because he got 94%. With 695 people pretty much giving them feedback. So what this does is it brings traffic to your YouTube channel, which increases the views, which increases the subscribers organically. So let me tell you right now, if you do any type of bots or any type of fake views or any type of fake anything on your YouTube channel, they're going to demonetize you. So don't even waste your time. But this is what I would use for my other channels, not the Hookah Anonymous channel, for all the rain videos or whatever, and you make money like that. Quick $10,000, quick however much you want to do it. It's all about the work you put in. But SEO clerks. Here, I don't know how to post anything in the chat. I know on Instagram, I know how to do it right here. When you set up to say, do you got a rule or email or something where you find out the rules? What you mean? When you set up to site, do you get a rule email? What you mean, Keith? Nah, I'm not sure how to do it. I don't even have a laptop. Unemployed, single father, ain't easy. Well, God bless you, Jamal. That's Jamal, right? Yeah, Jamal. You'll be straight, man. Stick it through. Stick it through, bro. I'm on troll, man. We'll catch it. Self-fulfilled, that show. Yeah, that's a fact. Anybody got time to talk 24/7, and something wrong with them. That's a fact. Can you keep your same email and do multiple YouTube video channels? Yeah, they got some thing to where you can do that. I don't recommend it though because I'll never forget when they demonetized me. I read something where they said once you demonetize, every other channel that's linked to that channel is demonetized too. Don't quote me, but it was a long time ago, but I think they did. So ever since then, I don't make none of my channels with the same email. Everything's separate. But I write them down. That's why you get that board. Look, hold on, let me see if I see that board. You gotta get that board. Get you one of them boards. See it. You seen that lady that got, what lady that got killed over liquor? I show Spade. He probably is. You know, man, all these kids, man. They call him Black Messiah. Who called him Black Messiah? Yeah, he helped take down. Nah, it wasn't Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was the one that got caught. That's who they was infiltrating for. They wanted Fred Hampton. He was a shout out to Fred Hampton too. Young, you know, on top of his stuff, on top. They say, yo, even after his death, they made it a tradition to go to his grave and shoot his tombstone. That's how much damage that man caused. You know, in a good way. Even after he died. The internet is the biggest killer to me. Facts. Social media. Social media, social media, social media, social media, social media. I tell people all the time, that's one of the main killers. The main killers. Social media is dangerous, y'all. I kid you not. Social media is dangerous. Because in the wrong person's hand, it could do way more damage than good. You got people, let me tell you how dangerous social media is. I know people who are really doing very good in life that'll get on social media and feel like they ain't doing nothing because they see somebody else going on trips and vacations. And you know what that does to people? That put people in depression, especially in a time like now where money is scarce, jobs running out, people losing their jobs, losing houses, living paycheck to paycheck. And then you log on Instagram and you see this person just taking trips, living the best life, the life that you want. Depression. But yeah, you living a good life. But somebody's living better. But people don't understand that there's always going to be somebody doing better. I don't care if you had $1 million in your account. Somebody going to have two. You can't worry about that. Don't watch nobody's pockets. Don't watch nobody's life. And I say this all the time when I speak on that. You know why? Because you don't know what that person did to get what they got. You don't know what they've been through to get what they got. You see what I'm saying? You know how much people I know that went to jail, came out, and then started a business, and they got people looking at them like, yo, that's, you know, dudes that hate. But why hate? Do you know what that man went through to get where he at? Are you willing to go through what he went through to get to where he at? That's the real question. Are you willing to go and do what he did to get where he's at and go through what he went through? You not. So I hate, man. And then all money isn't good money. You see what I'm saying? Or you don't know what that girl did for that rollie. You don't know what that girl did for that car. So don't sit here and want what somebody want if you didn't know what they did to get it. You don't know what they've been through to get it. Y'all gotta be careful what y'all ask for, man. We was all put here to live abundant, right? We all got that right. Abundance is our birthright. You just gotta find your purpose that's gonna give you that right. Simple. As soon as you find your purpose in life, I promise you, things are gonna be up from there. I like these kind of conversations. That's a fact. Let me tell you, these are the conversations that we have most times on live. We barely talk about the gossip. We barely talk about the bull crap. None of that. It's usually a vibe. It's a couple girls that's usually here too. Tiny's usually here. T usually in here. I forgot the other girl name too. She's usually, you know, they all in here and they usually mingle. Everybody meeting each other in here. We all, you know, I'm mad that I didn't keep it up the way I had it before because I had a set crowd that we all used to come in and just rock out. You know, I got to get it back to that. I tell you, it's like a family, it's like a high school family reunion whenever we do lives. I don't care how well you use all your good vibes on me. I appreciate you, Jamal, for real. So introvert to people who offer ignorance but only feed into conversations like this. Yeah. These are conversations that need to be had, man, because you know it's uplifting. It's uplifting. The frequency go up. When you, right? What's the word I'm looking for? It's not participate, but pretty much participate. When you participate in a conversation with somebody and people are speaking highly, you getting good, you know, good content, you talking about good things, your vibration go up. You know? You ever talk to somebody and you just feel low, you feel down, the energy, the frequency feel down because they either talking about somebody or they talking about drama. People don't understand how strong energy is, right? Energy is so strong, you could be around somebody and feel their energy and feel down. You ever walked into a room or walked next to somebody, you just feel like, damn, I don't feel right. You see what I'm saying? Or that person that every time they call your phone, they talking about work and it's negative. Or that person that always talking about somebody, they're miserable. Energy is contagious. You ever been in a good mood, you at work or whatever the case may be, and somebody call you and talk about their day, you see how draining that is? It's draining. Nobody want to have those conversations. And you don't even know. It's happening to you subconsciously. You wondering why, damn, I had a good day. And once I got off this phone with this girl, I feel just drained. I feel down. I came into the house. She want to argue about something. I came in. He want to argue. He want to ask me about this guy. You see what I'm saying? Ladies go through it too. We gotta up the frequency, man. We gotta up the energy. None of them low vibrational conversations that people be having. That's not what we here for. It's real stuff going on. The entertainment stuff is cool. We do that a lot of the time because you gotta mix the medicine in with the candy. If I made an Instagram strictly, let me tell you how crazy life is, right? I done put out so much videos about like on the Instagram, bringing awareness about everything, a little of everything what people call conspiracy theories. You know what our biggest video is to this day, and I just probably uploaded it probably a month ago, a fight video of a dude getting knocked out and hit repeatedly on the floor. That thing, it done got us like 3,000 friends. We done got 3,000 followers. I was about to say something else, my fault. But 3,000 followers off that one video, and it went viral. I don't know how much it got right now, but I know it got a lot of views and shares and stuff. But we know that negativity spreads faster than anything, man. Controversy spreads faster than anything. If I was to get on here right now and name a couple of these bloggers and talk about what's going on, I could do that. I bet you right now this would be at 100. It'll be 100 and some people in here sharing it. Oh, yo, he talking about you, but we ain't got time for that. These guys that went out bad, they know they went out bad. They got to deal with that on themselves. They know they going out bad. We ain't got to reiterate it. We good. And the crazy part is they still got people supporting them. That's how you know it's crazy people. That's why I say it's something for everybody. When it comes to that content, Jamal, it was Jamal, right? Yeah, when it comes to that content, put it out. It's anything for everybody. Or however you want to say it. It's something for everybody, man. You got girls getting paid for feet pictures. It's girls getting paid for and making bank for feet pictures, man. Come on, man. Like I said, it's something for everybody. Why don't you start your own thing, set up other bloggers? You know why? Because a lot of these bloggers, it was Keith. Keith said, why don't you start your own thing, set up other bloggers, spread the leadership? You know why? Because a lot of these bloggers, I don't know what be wrong with them. Shout out to, like I said, it's a couple though. Let me not, you got Hood Educated, Hip Hop Buddha, I Smoke Hip Hop Live, Hoods and News was just up here. It's a couple of them. Like I said, my memory bad. Don't get me to try to name names and people feel away because I don't say their name. It's a couple of them. Oh, In the Streets. People that had me trying to go back and forth with him. Yo, he's using your beat. That ain't my beat. I got it from a public, what's the name? Copyright free thing. He just so happened to find it and use the same one. It's on him. People love that beat. But I'm not gonna go back and forth or start some beef. That's what people like to do. Nah, you're not gonna trick me like that. But you got some bloggers that are either big-headed or they feel that we gotta compete, that we in the same space. I've been preaching, and if y'all been tapped in, and I always say this, if y'all was tapped in from before, y'all know that I said I'm trying to make something to where bloggers could collaborate and we could probably put something together to where now these up-and-coming artists gotta come to us. Let's put something together to make them come to us. We don't got to go to them. They need us more than we need them. You see what I'm saying? If I wanted to, I could make documentaries just on certain guys or whatever and still get a good amount of views. I ain't got to interview. I haven't interviewed nobody on that platform. We never interviewed nobody, never had nobody on this live, none of that. And I could have on a couple occasions. But they didn't want to do the interview the way we wanted to do it, and they tried to get a big head. So we said, all right, we good. Simple. Some of these guys think we supposed to beg them, yo, please, yo, here, take this money. I don't work like that. That's not what we do. We stand on morals. We want to put something together where we can make money together, cool. But paying you for an interview or paying you for a live and But people really doing it, so to each his own, I guess. Not us though. Not us. We giving the light. We giving the light. Come on. Shout out to you, Brandon. You've been here for a minute. It's crazy because I was supposed to put out a 4 lessons you can learn from Tay Savage video last week. But once again, I dropped the ball on that. And it's right here actually too. These sticky notes. I don't know. It's probably gonna come off, but it's part of one of these sticky notes right here. 4 lessons you can learn on Tay Savage. I still got it. I just gotta put it out. But it's crazy because a lot of people don't even remember that time. And look, that's one of the segments. Like I said, if I don't want to cover, like, if I don't want to blog about like what's currently going on with the gossip and all that, we don't have to. We could do things like that. I enjoy doing segments like that because nobody else is doing it. That's why when people say, "Oh, you just trying to spread hate," or I hate when people just don't be knowing what's going on. Those 4 lessons is what we could learn from these guys. You see what I'm saying? Telling people not to do what they did that got them caught out there or lost their life. We've been doing that. Don't tell me about instigating wars and come on, man. Yeah, Twitter's crazy. I can't even be in public on Twitter. I can't be in public on Twitter because the minute you open Twitter, you don't know what's gonna pop up. You at KFC in line, next you know, somebody looking over your shoulder and see somebody blowing something. You like, all right, come on. Now they think you a perv because you in line watching porn. Whole time you just try to get on Twitter because you wanted to see the new update on Jordans or something. Yeah, look at that freak. Look what he watching in public. Deep Bill my backshot Brendas. Nah, because I don't attach the hookah name to other channels because I don't want people to know that I run those channels. You know, those are the channels that make money. They generate money. So it's not so Hookah Anonymous is pretty much the brand for this. Like, perfect example, like I got Hookah Anonymous, everything. I got shirts coming out too. I keep saying that, I just gotta do it. Hookah Anonymous. That's pretty much everything. That's the brand. But that's not something that I want to put out there so people can know because you got some people that just hate, man. They probably see a channel. One of our channel got a couple millions when it comes to views. People probably see that and report it. Who knows? I was just always taught you don't always attach your name to everything. Just like business credit and personal credit. You know, you put everything through the business. And those channels is just business. Appreciate the game. No problem, Brandon. Definitely. SEOclerks.com. There's a couple of sites. That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, if y'all want, DM me. We charge for the course. It's up to you if you want it. Nothing crazy, like $40, $45 for the course. And let me tell you right now, when it comes to that course, I know y'all probably like, oh, another person trying to sell us a course. Nah. The course that I got has nothing of what these other guys have in the course. Because they act like they're gonna give you a secret. And let me tell y'all, I done bought 10 plus courses. So I can already tell you what's in them. They never give you like the real secrets and tips. You see how I just gave you that website? They don't have that. A lot of people get courses mixed up with motivational speaking. It's like when you download their course, they in there telling you, you can do it, keep going. You know, once you get 100 views, it should turn into 200. We don't do that. We don't do that. I'm going to tell you everything I did and learned so you don't make that mistake or you can have that shortcut. That website is a shortcut. You find the right guy, you know, they bring organic traffic to your channel. Now, this is how you mix it up, right? You take that website, You build you a faceless YouTube channel like the rain videos or the motivational videos. You pay somebody on Fiverr or SEO clerks, but when it comes to editing, go to Fiverr. You pay somebody to make you a logo or whatever. Then you could pay somebody to make you an 8-minute long video, because 8 minutes is a threshold for when you could be monetized. And then once you do that, they send you the video, you post it to your joint, or if you want them to post it, you can make them a manager and just pay them monthly. It's up to you. And you just do it like that. You make money while you sleep. I'm telling you, let me tell you, man, it's a whole bunch of things out here. And so you know I'm not lying, is before I put the course, we real professionals over here. Before I put the course online, hold on. This is the homework. You probably can't see it. But this is all the research. These are websites. These are, teaching you how to do certain things. I got a whole bunch of stuff, man. I'm actually working on another course for TikTok, though. Learn how to get into their algorithm and get certain views and stuff like that. So make money, y'all. That's what it's about. Making money, providing for your family, and living a desirable life. Y'all seen they dropped paperwork on Butter today for snitching on cellmates for making hooch? I didn't even see that. Yeah, let me tell you, on Instagram, Instagram, they send like 1,000,000 messages a day. I be trying to go through them. I know sometimes I get to people, sometimes I don't. It's because it be too much sometimes. So what I do is I try to weed out like the best ones, and those are the ones I'll do videos on. The FBG Butter one, will I do a video on that? I don't know. He got a lot of allegations on his name right now, man. He got a lot of allegations, a lot of stuff he got to talk up about. Because it's not looking too good for that man. I grew up around millionaires who lost it all in seconds. But one thing about money, right? Money is tricky. Money is very tricky. Anybody can make money. It's about maintaining it. It's about keeping money. Anybody can make money. It's about keeping money. They got this quote, and I never understood it at first because I heard somebody say it. Actually, a white guy say it. And then the last person I heard say it, like recently, was Omi and the Hellcat, the YouTuber. Shout out to him. Free him. He said, you could take all the money in the world, right? Or from like the billionaires, the millionaires, or whatever. You could take all their money away and divide it equally, or put it back into the world or whatever. And them same people are going to end up at the end of the day with the same amount of money. The same people who was broke. I'm saying it wrong right now. I know I am because I forgot the actual quote, but pretty much in a nutshell, what he's saying is some people are designed not to have money. Some people are designed to be consumers. Some people aren't designed to be bosses. It just is what it is. I know a lot of people that just aren't designed to be bosses. They rather work. And that's cool too, because that's the balance. That's the yin and the yang of life. In order to have bosses, you need workers. In order to have workers, you need bosses. That's how it goes. Know your strong points. The problem is we be too prideful to say that we don't know something or we can't do something. Nah, man. I tell people, well, carpentry ain't my thing. But put me on this computer, I bet you I can make some money. Put me on this computer. I'll show you something. That's my skill. Like, that's me. We got to know our strong suits. What's that quote? You can't teach a fish how to climb a tree, right? And you can't teach a bear to be going in that water like that fish. Know your strong points. You don't know something? Don't be afraid to ask, man. Closed mouths don't get fed, and that's a problem. A lot of people, they don't get fed because they got a closed mouth. They too egotistical. They too prideful. Nah, man. You gonna hinder your growth. You gonna stop your blessings trying to be this prideful. Check that pride at the door, boss, man. Sometimes everything you want ain't what you need. Facts. Devil definitely got away. My mother texts me. I know if I check it, it's gonna be messed up. My uncle in the hospital actually. Hopefully that's not a bad message. Let's see. Everything you work for, paid for, comes with a higher price. Facts. So was Trench's video admitting to it? What video? I don't know what video. Like I said, we haven't really been haven't been in tune with that whole situation. We just know what we know. You know, everybody know what they know. Shout out to CSP though. Oh, that's another blogger that be, he be on time. And shout out to him. He do his own thing. He stay in his lane. He don't bother nobody. You know, him and Trenches, they got their own thing going on. He going overkill on them right now. He going overkill. Shout out to him. Mother text me again. Yeah, that's not good. I'll check it in a few minutes. Twitter probably my favorite social media site. I like Twitter because Twitter and TikTok. And that's because it's not controlled by them people. You see what I'm saying? It's not controlled by them people. That's why you get certain information on TikTok that you ain't gonna see anywhere else. And Twitter too. Elon he on crazy timing right now. Elon don't care. He letting all that information out. He don't care. He not sugarcoating nothing. Where the hell my other phone? That's it there. He said, Momo got a 7-figure clothing line. They told me $15K for a conversation. I said, who is you? Take my life insurance, buddy. Yo, let me tell y'all right now, anything in this world right now, whether it's business, no matter what it is, your best friend is either Google or YouTube. You ain't got to pay nobody for nothing. I call it YouTube University. I taught myself how to graphic design off YouTube back in 2007, 7 or 6. One of them. By myself. What else? Could design websites, coding. I used to know how to do coding, but that left me. I don't forgot all the codes. But coding, taught myself coding, websites, designing. Used to design Twitter pages a long time ago. Still would do websites, still do thumbnails for people, all type of stuff. All over YouTube, taught myself. Everything you want to know is either Google or YouTube. Those platforms, those search engines, they could be detrimental to you or they could be very helpful. It's what you use it for. If you just up there looking up celebrity information 24/7, then, it ain't for you. After a while, they stop being allegations, man. That's a fact. I call that where it's smoke is fire. Some people get success so fast they confuse the power and wealth with domination. A lot of people, even now, a lot of people feel that once they got money, they could do whatever they want. You know? They feel that they could do whatever they want. They could say whatever they want. It don't work like that. Omi was getting. Let me tell you right now. The problem with Omi is he was too loud. Because what he was doing, it wasn't illegal. He just found a loophole. But he was so big that they had to make an example out of him. You know, they had to make an example out of him. And they had to set the tone for anybody else that thinks about doing the same thing that he was doing. Don't get me wrong. Now, if y'all pay attention to his case, he was saying, yo, there's a lot of people doing the same thing that I'm doing. But they just happen to be, you know, another color, so it's okay for them. Now, if y'all pay attention, I forgot what it is to look up. There's certain companies that are doing the same thing he's doing. Making, hey, them people make a lot of money. Like Omi was making, is people making more. You know, they slipping through the cracks, however they doing it, whether they paying people or whatever they doing. It's up to them. But, you know, there's loopholes and everything. They say laws only really apply to poor people. I heard a rich person say that before, which is crazy. Prayers to you. Appreciate you, Brandon. Would you say being a content creator or blogger is just as dangerous as being a rapper? Now in Indictments, both the risk of wordplay and storytelling, intimidating. Let me tell you, yeah, it's what you make it. Because even though I don't show my face, I still would never say anything to the next man that I wouldn't tell them in their face. You see what I'm saying? That's where a lot of these bloggers go wrong. Like the person we were speaking on earlier. You can't act like this super tough guy or you would do X, Y, and Z because you know why? Everybody's integrity gets tested at some point in time. At some point in time, your integrity is going to get tested. So, and you know, the universe got a weird way of working where when you attract that energy, it's going to come to you tenfold. You attract that energy like you the big bad wolf, people want to find out. So you're going to attract that energy to you and you got to answer to it. You know? So with me, I don't do all the extraness. I don't say anything to the next man, whether it's another blogger, whether it's a supporter or just somebody trolling. I don't say anything that I wouldn't say to their face. It's corny. Be yourself. A lot of people get on the internet and they act like somebody they never was because they know that chances of seeing them is slim. The chances of you ever running into them is slim, and they know that. So they feel they can say whatever they want to say. Come on. But to answer your question, I'm not going to say scared. I'm not going to say it's dangerous. You know, you do be mindful. I never had a problem with talking to people. I've always been good with talking to people. I could talk to a killer. I could talk to, I could put my professional stuff on. I've always been good at talking to people. So it was never hard because I know, how to talk to people. And it's not about being soft. It's not about none of that. But I give you the energy that you give me, pretty much. So it could be good. It could be bad. It's up to you. Well, like paying to $15K to tell me how to build my clothing line just to feed the pockets. First of all, yeah, don't pay nobody no $15K to teach you how to because it's very easy. More than likely, everybody go to is ads. Like face, I ain't gonna lie, if you got a clothing line right now, and you could literally, let me tell you, you could literally go get some stitch or embroidered, however you want to do it, and run Facebook ads and sell it like that. And it's like the 80-20 rule, right? Whereas, let's say it's a million people on Facebook, right? You got a million people on Facebook. Out of those million people, at least, and this is on the low end, at least 100 people are gonna like your stuff, and when they see the ad, they're gonna click it and buy it. At least 100. Now, it's way more than a million people on Facebook. But I'm just saying a million. Out of that million, 100 people, it's almost guaranteed that 100 people is going to buy it. That's how you got to think about it. So when you run the ads, it's like a no-brainer. That's why you see a lot of these people, they selling out or whatever. It's not that the brand is just so exceptionally well. It looked decent and they marketing right. That's it. That's it. Go with the 80-20 rule. Like I remember when that was the rule I used when I started out YouTube. So you gotta remember, a lot of people like to say quality over quantity. But when you first starting out, I like to say it's the other way around. Because when you first starting out, you're trying to get the watch time hours. You're trying to get the views. So even when you get monetized, right? When you get monetized, if you're not getting that much views, now you got to put quantity over quality because you're just trying to put out as much content as possible to get yourself in the algorithm. That's what you're trying to do is get yourself in the algorithm, get you flowing so people can see your videos. That's it. Then now, if you're not making that much money on YouTube, you got people like DJ Academics. They could put something out right now and it's going to get 100,000 or some close views, right? 60,000 views, 100,000. Like somebody like DJ Academics, they have a very, very consistent audience to where he could put out anything and it's going to get 60,000 views at least. So he don't got to put out a lot of videos. But how I used to do it, I used to say, well, damn, I don't got that type of audience. But what I can do is the 80-20 rule, AKA the quantity over quality, and put out 5 videos a day. So if each one is getting, let's say, 1,000 views, if I put out 5, that's 5,000 views. I was thinking on that scale at that time. So at that time, 5,000 views was a lot, you know? So that's how you gotta think about it sometimes, man. You gotta be innovative with this. Be creative. Think of other ways. Do what they not doing. You see how what's the brand? I think it was Brandon. Yeah, you brought up the 4 lessons to learn from. When we did that, that was something that nobody was doing. I wanted to talk. I wanted to incorporate the motivational speaking, right, mixed in with the Chicago scene. So what I did was I took the motivational and I took the Chicago scene. I know everybody like to talk about Melly, 051 Melly. Let's put 4 lessons to learn from 051 Melly. So now you put his name in the title. Everybody want to know about 051 Melly. So now when they actually click and they hear how you doing it, oh, we should learn this lesson. Number 1, you should learn, because this, they're like, wait, I like this. Let me subscribe. You see what I'm saying? That's how that works. You got to do what they not doing. I ain't just come out the gate talking about Chicago because everybody was doing the same thing. You had Street News TV. Shout out to Street News TV, SNTV. He had it on lock when it came to all the documentary about the people. Whether it's Melly, whether it's Dirk, whether it's any of them, he had it on lock. So it's like, damn, I can't do the documentary because he's already doing that. This one's already doing that. You know what? Let me try to, incorporate both of them. I'm good at talking about motivational. I'm good at teaching people lessons and things, that they shouldn't and should do. Let's put it together. That's how that went. Yeah, he definitely was overexposing his wealth. He was buying a car every episode. Yeah, I'm not going to hit the internet. I'm here. And this is why, all right, so let's speak on it, right? Because I wanted to talk about this peace stuff. I wanted to speak about it, but we got far off track. But we're going to talk about it. Because this is what people's not understanding. They say, oh, Hookah, you instigating, you just they trying to bring peace and you not. First of all, like I stated earlier, I've been speaking about peace. What I'm trying to tell people is there's ways you go about certain things, right? People respond to you differently from publicly and privately. So when you come out, and this is talking about Yella. Like I said, I don't like saying dudes' names because when you do, people try to run. Oh, you got a problem? Nah, we ain't got no problem. But certain weird stuff, you got to address it. So I'm trying to see which way I could put it. All right, let's put it like this, right? Now, I used to always say the image you put out there, once your audience gets invested to that image that you put out there, you have to be that person 24/7. You no longer have control over who you actually are because you portrayed a false image, and now that's who your audience is invested in, right? You can't come on here and talk and vibe with your audience because they don't know you for that. All they know you for is drama, screaming, yelling, cursing, calling out other rappers and bloggers or exposing somebody. And that's what you have to live up to because that's what your audience expect from you. But it eventually starts getting to you because you don't want to do that all the time. So now when you see all these guys suddenly all they want to do is become civilians, they want to do, and then you see them do interviews and you realize that they aren't really who they portrayed to be. They actually good dudes. You know? Now you're starting to see guys suddenly want to make peace with their ops now because they tired of living out that image. They see their friends over there dying over nothing. They see no money being made. They family still. Let me tell you, these guys, they move out to wherever they move out to, and then they gotta go back to their hood to visit their family. And a lot of them get caught just like that. Cause you can't move your family out the hood because you ain't got no money, but you dissing. And you know what's crazy? Like I said, I'm sitting here thinking, man, this situation where everybody wanting peace, some of these guys don't even be wanting the beef, but they was forced to due to who they was affiliated with, and they didn't want to look weak. I'm not saying they soft, but a lot of these guys portraying this tough guy image was forced to be who they are due to their surroundings. Look at what Breezy said about Yella, right? He said he really wasn't into it with Yella. He was into it with the people who was affiliated with Yella, but Yella involved himself, and that's how they beef started. Y'all see how that works? I thought these guys really knew each other. I thought they was really beefing with each other and all that. Come to find out, years down the line, they was into it because of their surroundings, their affiliation. That's it. And that's crazy because when you really think about it, you know how much people in Chicago really lost their lives over that small thing about who they affiliated with? Not even real beef, just because you affiliated with him or I seen you in a video with him, now I gotta, come on, man. It's crazy. And then now when you pay attention to all these snitch rumors coming out, they were so worried about out-of-town bloggers blogging on their culture or the drill culture, right? But come to find out, it was the in-town bloggers that was telling everything that they knew. How crazy is that? And I always said, these guys who was in the streets that turned bloggers, it doesn't make sense. The same ones that called us police but ended up doing the same thing we were doing, but it's 100% worse for them because they was actually there speaking on crimes that's unsolved, all on social media. Come on. Come on. It's just crazy. Like I said, I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's crazy. And now these guys want to make peace. These guys out here thinking that they could change the world within days after they've been the gatekeepers of destruction for years. That's crazy to me. You can't get on here thinking you're going to change the world in a couple of days when you've been doing destruction for years. It don't go like that, man. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. It do not go like that. What's this? So I live out reciprocate energy very well. What you give me is what I give you. Facts. And see, you hear what you said? What was it? How you say your name? PPP Kells? PPP Kells. I like that name. But that's what I was trying to tell them. People don't forget real blood. Yo, let me tell you what people don't understand. Real blood has been shed. People lost their lives. People had to sit there and watch. So with the J Main thing, right? When I put that post up, people like, oh, you just trying to instigate and bring up old stuff, and they trying to have peace. That's not what I'm doing. People sitting there and wondering why, some people not with the peace. I had to remind them. J Main went to a whole cemetery and dissed Fredo Santana, right? This was at a time they mourning him. So when Chief Keef don't want to sign the whoops or he don't want to talk to J-Mane, that's why. Don't make it seem like these guys are the bad guys or these guys are the villains because they don't want to talk to J-Mane or they don't want to bring peace. Some of these guys ain't forget. And you think just because you reach some level of, what we say, peace, that these guys are supposed to do the same, it don't work like that. The same way it took you time to get there, it's going to take them time too. So you got to be patient now. Because if not, these guys are perfect example with King Ella, right? You can't sit there and bash, what's his name? You can't sit there and bash 600 Breezy because he said leave me alone and he don't want to sit down with you. Y'all was talking about just a couple months ago. He was talking about what he should have did or what he could have did when they caught him in the mall. Like I don't understand what people are not getting. These are the same guys that was threatening my life. You think I want to sit down and be friends with y'all? I don't even trust y'all still. I don't trust y'all. I don't know if y'all probably just doing this peace stuff, the back door. Who knows? At the end of the day, we could be cordial. You could stay where you at. I stay where I'm at. We ain't got to be friends. We ain't got to sit down. We ain't got to do none of that. So when I said in the video, I put the video out. If y'all want, y'all check the YouTube. I agree with 600 Breezy. It's not that he's trying to keep the war going. He ain't trying to do none of that. They keep mentioning that kid's name. All he said was, yo, leave me alone. Stop mentioning my name. I don't want to sit down. I don't want to do none of that. And it's funny because now when you look, right, and this is why I say this peace stuff just be for clout and attention. King Ella tried to make peace with Breezy yesterday. He dubbed him. He said, nah, listen, I don't want your peace. Keep it. Now today, he's riding around listening to Dirk and put it in video. Like, come on, man. Come on. What are we doing? Y'all really want peace or y'all want attention? That's all I'm saying. Everybody could kill, everybody can survive. That's a fact. It takes a different type of person to survive, especially in times like now. So you got a lot of these people crashing out. Every time you turn around, somebody throwing themselves in front of trains, offing themselves. It's getting wicked out here. I never understood how they beef and they a block over. Yo, and that's another reason why a lot of these guys lose their life out there too. Them blocks are so small. Man, listen. When you hear, yo, you don't want people creeping in your gangway, that's because them gangways is, let me tell you, they literally right there. You on 63rd, I'm on 64th or 65th or whatever. All I gotta do is walk around the corner and see if you home or if you chilling outside. And that's another thing. See, but I try not to bring that up because it's a touchy subject. Like with the whole duck situation, right? I seen somebody, and I wouldn't say nothing as harsh as this, but I seen somebody earlier, he left a comment, say, yo, cause King Ella was riding and bumping Dirk, really singing Dirk lyrics, all that. And he riding around singing them lyrics, and like we know, Duck, these guys has been suspects in Duck's death. So nothing funny about that. And you shouldn't even, I wouldn't say you shouldn't want peace, but you shouldn't be they shouldn't be carrying on the way they carrying on, man. Listening to Dirk and all that. That's weird. At least to me. I just don't speak on it because I know a lot of people, I'm different. Certain things I believe in, I know a lot of people don't. So I try to refrain from certain things so I don't sound, insensitive or whatever. But nah, it's certain things we just don't do. We ain't got to be beefing or none of that. But I'm damn sure I don't want to sit down. we lost too much. Dudes are not here. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, it hit, man. I was about to say it hit different too. I hate that everybody think J-Man started that. Shout out to him though, because he made it popular again. But it's just a little different, man, when you really took losses. When you really took losses in this, and you got to see people really making a mockery out of the whole situation when it's a real situation going on. That's all I'm saying. I send this. I don't even talk seeing. Funeral business is big business. That's a fact. I know them funeral homes making bank. Then you got some of them who be stealing organs and selling organs and stuff on the black market. It's a lot going down. But listen, y'all, we gotta do this again. I'm about to get off here. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on the live, man. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, we just put out another video. If you want, you can check it out on the YouTube. If you're not subscribed, do so now. If you're not following the Instagram, do so now at Hookah Anonymous _. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. And yeah, we're gonna end it at that.